Then we have the Carolina Panthers, who are projected to bring up the rear in this division. They're only at 5.5. They're going to start week one taking on the Raiders. They're going to bring in Vegas. And then they're going to be the first home opponent of Tom Brady in week two. Only one primetime game, and that's on October 29th. Short week Thursday. They'll host Atlanta. That's week 8. And then week 16, it's the Ron Rivera Bowl, and it's in his house up there at Washington. Pete Prisco, I know you like what they did in the draft. 3 good defensive players, round 1, 2, and 3. But is it going to be enough to get this new team, new coach, new quarterback to 6 wins and over the 5.5 projection?
No, I don't think it is. And they're in rebuilding mode. They pretty much know that. They understand that defense is going to take time to gel. They got all those young players over there. And what is Teddy Bridgewater going to be to the offense? They like him, but they're going to have to score a lot of points because I think defensively they're going to have problems. And then you look at that schedule. At Kansas City, at Minnesota, at Green Bay, out of the division. That's tough to handle for this young team. I will be surprised if they get to 4 wins. They're not getting over that 6.
They are projected to win week 1. You surprised they're favored week 1 over the Raiders, giving Vegas a point? Game in Carolina? I mean, what do you make of that? And how does that bode to 5.5, Brady Quinn?
Yeah, I'm going to take the under with the Carolina Panthers to start off. And how do you make sense of it? Well, you can't. It's because it's week 1, EK. We see these sorts of things happen all the time, week 1 in the NFL, where we get some surprises and then things start to kind of sort themselves out through the ensuing weeks. So I don't make too much of it as far as them being favorites. I believe they're at home, so that probably has as much to do with it as anything else. And I think they're curious to see how much the Raiders have really improved as opposed to looking at the Panthers. But you look at that first half of their season, I believe they have a stretch of 4 of 6 games on the road. That's tough sledding for a first-year head coach and for a team that I think has a lot of moving parts. Teddy Bridgewater now a quarterback. All those defensive pieces that they drafted are going to be starting and playing early. So there will be some growing pains with the Carolina Panthers. That has been part of this growth process and this rebuild that Matt Rule has always been a part of at Temple and Baylor now bring it to Carolina. Let's not forget, too, not only is it a new quarterback who's coming in there in Teddy Bridgewater, but it's also a new offense with Joe Brady. And outside of Zoom meetings right now, that's all you got. And so there could be a lot of moving parts and a lot of working out the kinks in the first half of the year where they're going to be more on the road than they are at home. That equates to probably 4, maybe 3 wins, depending on how things shake out for the Carolina Panthers this year.
Good underrated point. New teams may not get a chance to be in each other's presence as much because of what we're all going for there. All right, so here you go. There are your odds to win the division. New Orleans or the field. They're basically even money against everybody else. I know you're not taking Carolina. Pete Prisco, who wins the NFC South?
Oh, I think the Saints win it, and it's going to be tough, though. It's going to be a real challenge for them. I think Atlanta, like Brady mentioned, could get to 8 or 9 wins, and I think Tampa Bay is going to get to 9 wins. But in the end, I think the Saints are the best team. They'll find a way. They win the division.
Give me Tampa Bay. Look, I think Tom Brady's that high tide that rises all boats. I think the Saints take a step back. I mean, look, they've been holding on by a thread to continue to be able to compete for a Super Bowl. I think this is the year where we start to see things kind of start to pull back for Drew Brees, Sean Payton, and the Saints. So I think Tampa Bay ends up being able to take over this division in the NFC South.
I love the Tampa Bay. Terrific. Tom Brady in Tampa. Well done. All right, so that's the NFC South.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.